mainstream media has been known to perpetuate misinformation and falsehoods about various topics, and Jesus is no exception. There are several reasons why the mainstream media might make up lies about Jesus, and it's essential to explore these reasons to understand the underlying motivations. One of the primary reasons is the desire for ratings and clicks. The media industry is highly competitive, and outlets are constantly looking for ways to attract and retain audiences. By sensationalizing or distorting stories about Jesus, media outlets can create controversy and generate interest, which can lead to increased viewership and revenue. Another reason the mainstream media might make up lies about Jesus is to promote a particular agenda or ideology. Many media outlets have a liberal or secular bias, and they may seek to undermine the values and principles associated with Christianity. By portraying Jesus in a negative or inaccurate light, the media can subtly promote their own worldview and shape public opinion. This can be particularly damaging, as it can lead to the erosion of trust in religious institutions and the values they represent. Furthermore, the mainstream media often relies on so-called experts or scholars who have a vested interest in promoting a particular narrative about Jesus. These individuals may have written books or produced documentaries that challenge traditional Christian beliefs, and they may be motivated to promote their own work and reputation. By featuring these individuals in news stories or documentaries, the media can create the illusion of credibility and authority, even if the information being presented is inaccurate or misleading. It's also worth noting that the mainstream media often has a superficial understanding of Christianity and the life of Jesus. Reporters and journalists may not have a deep understanding of the historical context, theological nuances, or cultural background of the Bible, which can lead to misinterpretation and misinformation. This lack of understanding can be particularly evident in stories about Jesus, where the media may focus on sensational or provocative aspects of his life while ignoring the deeper spiritual and philosophical significance of his teachings. In addition, the mainstream media may also make up lies about Jesus due to a desire to be provocative or edgy. In an effort to stand out in a crowded media landscape, outlets may seek to push boundaries and challenge traditional values. By portraying Jesus in a provocative or irreverent way, the media can create a sense of shock or outrage, which can generate attention and publicity. This approach can be particularly damaging, as it can lead to the trivialization of important spiritual and cultural issues. The consequences of the mainstream media making up lies about Jesus can be far-reaching and devastating. For one, it can lead to the erosion of trust in religious institutions and the values they represent. When the media presents a distorted or inaccurate picture of Jesus, it can create confusion and skepticism among the public, which can ultimately lead to a decline in faith and spiritual practice. Furthermore, the spread of misinformation about Jesus can also perpetuate negative stereotypes and prejudices against Christians, which can contribute to a toxic and divisive social environment. In conclusion, the mainstream media makes up lies about Jesus for a variety of reasons, including the desire for ratings and clicks, the promotion of a particular agenda or ideology, the reliance on so-called experts with a vested interest in promoting a particular narrative, a lack of understanding of Christianity and the life of Jesus, and a desire to be provocative or edgy. The consequences of this phenomenon can be severe, leading to the erosion of trust in religious institutions, the perpetuation of negative stereotypes and prejudices, and the trivialization of important spiritual and cultural issues. As consumers of media, it's essential to approach stories about Jesus with a critical and discerning eye, recognizing the potential for misinformation and seeking out credible sources and expert opinion to inform our understanding of this complex and multifaceted figure.